when I was making comments years ago, they must have listened a little bit. This is a little bit of the design. The only difference is when it's time to turn, and this, when it'll show, this little red guy here will go over here and it'll show but because of the direction that it wants you to turn, you know, I suggested like a little blinker thing, but there may be a reason why that they show that as a distraction, because it's not necessarily a blinker, but meaning it would start to throb on the turn. That way you don't have to keep looking to see whenever it gets into this larger area. See how it's showing from the bird's eye view to what's supposed to be 3D, which is not really 3D, but it's supposed to be kind of 3D. And it would blink, or it would get bright and start to throb right here. That way we know for sure that it's a turn, and we don't have to, you know, we don't have to always look at it. You can see that throbbing in the peripheral. And you know, here, you know, it's going to be on this road, but we don't know left or right until we go to Google, which I have on the phone. So we know we're going east. It's opposite of west. The number here says 1, so it'd be the opposite of left. That's going to be on the right, and it is because I've delivered here several times before. So that was kind of easy to figure out. It's not my first delivery on this one. Yeah, I told that dude that he might, you know, he said, you have Apple TV. He's like, yeah, like check out Vietnam, with narrated by Ethan Hawke. It's, you know, goes over all the crazy media footage of Vietnam and reunites a lot of the famous faces of the media, of the television that time, of soldiers and stuff like that reunite, and goes over the famous execution of the VC in the middle of the southern Vietnam in Saigon. And there might be something right up your alley. It's like, yeah, I'll check it out, I'll check it out. So my theories on the matter on why they don't, because I didn't miss a turn, I just turned too early. This will come up in the middle. Let's just go ahead and just move this for right now. We can do it where it's 3, or you can say all 3. But these are basically the same idea. This is just kind of a little thing, but we'll just move it so it's bigger. All right, so I'm just kind of showing the screen there, so. All right. That means that a turn was at hand. So this will come up as like, this does some kind of weird stall thing. So when it goes in motion, this will regroup itself, or it'll readjust itself. Watch. See? And this will come up only during a turn, which I think is good, because you're like, oh, I'm getting ready to turn. But you never turn until you actually can see that device. So, and I think that's helpful. And then of course this comes up, which is like, oh, okay, so the turn's gonna look a little bit like that, which is right there. But in actuality, it's not. You would actually see this coming up. So, no, that might have been correct. Yeah, that was correct. I'll still be able to make it this way. But turns are the hardest part when it comes to anything really, on delivery and everything. But I think this was pretty much the only option on that one. I'll see if it does it again. So I finally got on to Rosedale. Here it goes again. Okay, so that means it's getting ready for another turn. So that one came up. And it's obvious that it's gonna be this one, which is showing something right here, which is probably all this traffic, because it's supposed to be real-time traffic too. There's a thing in here that you can manipulate to show real-time traffic, but It does give you street at 350 feet. That's 350 feet. Anyway, and then I'm making a right-hand turn, so you can see it right there. So, you know, I think the reason, so the reason I'm really talking about this, because the reason why I think they don't do the blinking thing is because if they give out too many wrong turns, then they can get deducted for something. So they have to leave it to a little bit of interpretation. That may be the same with Google, Waze, and Apple Maps, which you don't see Apple Maps as much on any of these vlogs and stuff. Because Apple Maps, it actually has a security feature. So if you exit out of it, or if you're in it and you zap out of it to get back in, you actually have to put a passcode in, or it'll read your you know, facial features, or I don't know if biometrics, if that is how you're connected, if you're on a laptop or whatever. But it's the only one that I know of that actually has a secure feature on it. So meaning, if I'm on Apple Maps and I just suddenly exit out or whatever, and then I try to go back in really quick, I have to put my code back in to get back into Maps to use it again. So I don't use it as much because it takes a little more time in that aspect of things. So this is the onboard Kia feature, which is, you know, I'm working off that mostly because of Apple Car mute issues, meaning if I'm plugged in for Apple Car, you wouldn't be able to hear me right now. So gotta do it this way. But I still use the other ones too. I use Google Maps and everything too. I changed the wrapping, but it might still be good. All the way from California. All right, 1.7 will be there in 8 minutes. 8:09. Right. Another night of delivery. We're gonna head back to see Linda and Kitty. Well, swing tang tang, the ling dang. There's a dance show going on at 7-Eleven. Got myself a nice refilled Sprite. Yeah, my shows have been changed up a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh, got quiet for 4 or 5 days. But I did come back to 7-Eleven and I got myself one of them bacon breakfast tacos at one of them Texas 7-Elevens. Supposedly in Japan they got strawberry sandwiches, but nobody's perfect. Swing ting ting, little ding dang tang. Billy Bob sing, little sing chang bo. Chili Tay Chang and the Susie Fly. They both go dancing in the moonlight's night. Little Tennessee roll me over. Cancel my Netflix, I'm coming home. Got a new white tee and socks and a toothbrush. Going the speed limit, nothing to rush. All right, so we got some ting tang tang, little ting tang tang, ting tang tang, ting ting tang, little I don't know, a breakfast taco. Roll me over Tennessee. Billy Bob and Millie and me. Writing country songs, wee. Roll me over Tennessee. I got one. I bought a cone, Tennessee Jackson. Give me a second. I bought a comb in Tennessee Jackson, driving back from the state of Maine. And as we crossed the border of Texas, we felt a little less pain. Left a kitten, books and magazine. The littlest one was Maxine. And as I drove deep down in Texas, on my side was Romeo. Romeo, Romeo, we're going home. To the long plains of Texas. Good. Romeo, Romeo, we're going home. Oh, yeah, I remember now. And Romeo went down a cave. He saw himself a bat. He sniffed around and then heard something go splat. It was one of them scary near heart attacks. Romeo, Romeo, going home. It's all these adventures with Cat Romeo. I'm glad you're still watching. I did buy a comb in Knoxville, Tennessee. Not in Jackson, but no one's perfect. All right.
Church me on Sunday.
Church? You want pancakes? Just tell me.
No, this You saw me pull away, right?
Silly reason, you're so sad. I do not know.
Oh, I was asking a nation of black tax for free.
It's gonna make doing our own taxes online so easy.
There's also this AI tax.